Hey everyone, my name is Ockert. I am a teacher here at iTutor Group. I want to talk a little bit today about how to engage teens with a positive atmosphere. As we all know that teens can be a very challenging group of students to teach, especially since they can have very long school days and they are going through things in their life that makes it difficult for them to be focused, especially on learning new things like English. So I'm going to divide my talk into 3 points. We are going to be looking at the beginning of the lesson, what to do to start off the class. Then we're going to look at what to do during the class and how to close the class so that the student is excited to have you as their teacher again. During the opening of the lesson, I always try to do something outrageous or funny to make the student laugh. I generally ask the student what animal they like, and then I would go ahead and put an animal on my face during the lesson. For instance, like having a rabbit with a cat. For many of the students, and I ask them, do you like this? And many of them say yes, they love this, or they say no, they don't. So then I combine different animals just to get them to relax in class. I've seen this work many times. By doing this, I can visibly see my student relaxing and starting to accept me as their teacher. I also try at the beginning of the lesson to ask about their day and engage them about it. And also ask them about their different interests, what they like to do, what they like to see, movies they watch, sports they play. Do they play piano? Do they make music? All these sorts of things get you an idea of how to progress into the middle of your lesson. In the middle of our lesson, we want to make the topic we are studying today relevant to the student. We can use the content that there is, but it is much better to have this, to use the interests we learn at the beginning of the lesson and make it the topic according to that. So instead of like having them have to learn about something they don't like or are not interested in, talk about something that they are interested in. For instance, if they like basketball, have them make the content appropriate to basketball. And most content that we are teaching at iTutor can be customized for the student so that we can use examples and sentences using their interests. The next part is very important. Always encourage your students. Teens are very self-conscious about what's happening to their bodies. They are very self-conscious about what their friends think about them, what their mom and dad thinks about them. By encouraging them throughout the lesson, we make them more comfortable and more easier that they are accepted and can be happier in the lesson. Also, never use negative correction when you correct a student. Never say, the answer you just did is wrong. Rather be softer about it and do something like, what's wrong with this? Or, uh-oh. To give them a hint and then help them to correct themselves. And give them encouragement and praise when they do the correction for themselves. And something I do very often is I will make fun of myself. This again makes a student more comfortable with me as a teacher, and it gives them an opportunity to laugh and gives them humor. It's always fun to see that student that's like, I'm not supposed to laugh or smile in the class, but when I do something funny, their face just lights up in a quick smile and the smile is gone again. And I know I've been successful with them. That gives me a lot of satisfaction. The last part of your lesson is the end. Give students an opportunity to express themselves. Let them talk about things that are interesting to them. I also try to find out, okay, what are you going to do tomorrow? And then they say, oh, I'm writing a test. I would wish them well and hope that they do well on the test. Always end the lesson with positive feedback. I like to tell my students what they've been doing well today. And then in a positive way, I will also tell them what they can focus on. I also very often, even with high school students, I would draw them a flower, a heart, or a car, or something on that final slide, just to say, oh, I enjoyed the lesson with you today. Look, here is something I give you as an extra reward. And a final point that I want to make. Though you might think the stars are not important for them, but those stars are still very important for your students, and this will also help you create a positive classroom. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope this is useful for you in improving your ability to engage with your students effectively. Bye!